I'm going to read this again. This time, listen. I wrote this on the 27th of the 11th, 2020. I documented it. I put it in an album with all the details of the shots that I took on my camera. I didn't want to tell anyone, but I'm pretty sure Mark got a few clues that were way too obvious. Do you know how specific this is? Are you willing to trust the Lord? This is very specific, and it happened. Now, I believe God said there will be a grey female. Yes, it's about the puppies. I'd had a vision where I saw puppies. There was a year between Glory's puppies. Her first litter was born on New Year's Day. She was in labour between 10 and 3, and the first baby born I called Midnight because it came after midnight. It was the first time I had ever used Strong's for a number. Yes, I had been stubborn, but the Lord knew I was. The number was 247, look, it's so easy to find. It means to cry out. The only context in occurrence is when Jesus, actually I found out 2 now, okay, 2. When Jesus come onto the island and the man was tied up by chains called Legion, and it's the sound they made when they asked to go on the pigs. They said to the Lord Jesus Christ, our time has not yet come. What do you want with us? I've already told you that he is the living word. I saw the next part to that parable. I was walking along the beach, the cliffs below where they all jumped into the ocean. They had washed in the pigs, and they had fur. A beautiful fur, looked like a mink. And it's funny because I've just showed you the fox. It looked like a mink. I pulled it back. They were like boulders, and that was what I knew. And now it makes too much sense. You can't ignore this. They looked like boulders, but they were covered in mink fur. I pulled them back, and they were pigs. They were white like they'd been in the water, but they weren't decayed. And in the pigs were what? They're like worms. But do you know who they were? They were like that horror movie, The Fly, where at the end there's a fly with a human head. The head was that size, but it had a body like E.T. It sort of hung off a long neck. In these pigs were all these little heads, just like the cell in the pit going, eating and gnawing into this animal, this carcass. And the Lord showed me who they were. They were the townspeople who came out and told Jesus to leave. They didn't invite him in, and he left. I know it's out of context, but he wiped the dust off his feet. That's what they are doing. They chose to consume the demons. Do you understand that were in the pigs? Now, why did I mention that? Because that's the number of the first puppy ever born to Glory. His name was Midnight because he came after midnight on New Year's Day. There's only 2 puppies, and I give them names initially, that have gone to homes and kept their names. The new homeowner has felt that they couldn't find a better name for the pup. The first puppy was Midnight. The second puppy was the litter that Fire has just had, the one I called Beautiful. I have a testimony to bring, and I have a backlog of testimony to bring. This is about the most recent, which I got this morning. Let's do the time warp again. Go and watch the Rocky Horror video, the movie. Riff Raff is a character. It's about the muddle, Loki, meddling with time. I was finishing the beautiful room. I got held up, but the Lord told me that he was playing with time. Watch the series I just watched too, The Variant. You see it. Trying to get us in a muddle. Well, the Lord showed me this, and there's a reason, because we are supposed to know. Because we are not subject to it. But it is happening. Time warp. Now the other, which the Lord showed me in the last 2 months, occurrence of this number, cry out, midnight, are the sounds that the angels cry out when they release the trumpets. Have a look. Beautiful was given the name Butterfly by one of the watchers. Yeah, she's a watcher. She has a puppy called Leon, which means lion, from that litter of midnights. It was brown chocolate, like Obama. Because it was a male, I didn't keep it. I kept Fire. A year later, Glory has another litter. Prior to that litter, the lead up, I had the vision where I seen these pups. One of them was grey, which is the colour of Glory, because I was desiring a twin. That's why I got yellow, because I thought he would help produce a twin, not a black and white stud. So this is now explained, because I felt ashamed because I thought I got it wrong. I don't want to get anything wrong, guys. It's me who lets the Lord down. It's not him. I believe God said there will be a grey female. That's because of that vision, plus I heard him say it then. And he said, keep it. Now the thing is that the litter had no grey female, but I had to keep one, and I knew which one it was. And she ends up being Glory's double. And we are going to watch her turn grey. So I was correct hearing the Lord and seeing the vision that it was a grey puppy. It was a future picture, but the puppy was young. Do you understand that? That is time. That's the Lord speaking about time. He is a God of the past, the present, and the future. So this is my conversation. I'm trying to get the highlights right, but I got it wrong in places. So the pink is me and the yellow is the Lord. It's the first time I've ever really scribed a conversation, word for word, I'm writing it as I hear it. I believe God said there will be a grey female. He said, keep it. I said, what use would that be? Because I'm supposed to be a breeder. That would cause fights. It's impossible, girl or boy. You see, I already had, oh Lord, I already had 2 females and a male. Why would I keep another female? And especially the daughter of my male. But he said keep it. That's why I'm saying, what use would it be? It would cause fights, for one, and it did, remember? Because having 2 females, and I was going to have 3, even having 2 caused fights, so I had to rehome Glory. How did I know that? And even Fire started a fight with Tribute when I put her in the car when she was staying at Brian's when she was on heat. I said, what use would that be? That would cause fights. Impossible, girl or boy, yeah? Because I didn't want 2 males either. And then what did I do this year? I kept Michael because the Lord told me. I kept a male and a female so that I could have so much fighting that I would go nuts here in a caravan. But we do as he says. But I'm arguing with him. I'm saying I couldn't keep one. Plus Jess, now that's the breeder who, soon as I had my dog studded, the day I put it up, she said, I want a boy. Jess is the breeder who gave me Glory. I bought Glory off her. She lives over on the east. Plus, Jess wants a boy. And if it's grey, she might want it. Do you understand? So the Lord is telling me that there's going to be a grey female. And then because I'm arguing, he says that even if it's a boy, a girl or a boy, you have to keep it. He said, keep it. Even if it's a boy, offer her yellow. What? Now, when I wrote this, as soon as I heard that, the tears just poured out of my eyes. I said, I got over it. I breathed it in, and I said, I suppose she wants a breeder. And yellow is ready to go. Yellow is my favourite, like Joseph was Jacob's favourite. I suppose she wants a breeder, and yellow is ready to go. Yes, he is. He's magnificent. He's 10 months old, and he strikes jackpot every time. The only way this would work to make it look like a sacrifice, because I'm talking like I'm scared to tell her the truth. Well, in fact, on Christmas Day, I told her this testimony. I told her the truth. But at this time, I'm trying to find a way to worm out of it. The only way this would work to make it look like a sacrifice, I didn't want her to know, when really it's an act of obedience, like a sacrifice as in it makes me look good and generous, but really I'm not. I'm just obeying God, is for there to be no boys born. See, I'm answering. He often speaks in a question. He knows the answer, and he leads us to find the correct answer. I found it straight away, jackpot. And that's it. The only way this would work to make it look like a sacrifice, like I'm giving something to her nice, because I care about her feelings, which I don't really, is that there would be no boys born. Now the grey one is a female, I'm asking. So now I've realised the Lord will make them all females. So the grey one is a female. And I have something to help me get over yellow. And no more puppies, I'm telling the Lord. No more puppies. I'm not keeping any more. Now, this is supposed to be in pink. What will I call it, Lord? Now, as I thought, now we're on the all yellow. Listen up. No more of my garbage. You have garbage conversations with the Lord too. Come on, admit it. He handles it. You're his child. Actually, before I even thought it, what will I call it? He said, tribute. It's your tribute. Now, this involves everyone, definitely, who's following this that's not hunting me. I know there's a man who left a comment. He's probably not watching now because I blocked him, but he said I was close. I have a long way to go. To have patience. Really condescending. Well, the Lord revealed everything you said. I understand the whole lot. I'll show you in a testimony, guys. Tribute. It's your tribute. It's yours and theirs. Theirs, Lord. That should be in pink. Yes, theirs. Because of the sacrifice all of you made for yellow. The tie yellow ribbon, the harvest. That's who yellow is. He's the seed, is he not? Of all the puppies. The harvest. This is a joy, guys. You did it. Just as I asked. And here is your reward. See, he knows I was going to do it. Losing yellow is your tribute. And I had a bit of a clue what was going to happen here, but I didn't dare to dream it would. Like Abraham laid out Isaac on a stone, I can tell. He's watching me. He's probably eating a banana. I can tell by reading this and your tears, you will do it. So that's all he needed to know. I will have a surprise for you at Christmas. They plan their surprises. Well, I have mine already wrapped up. Now, this is not over. This word is just the living word of God. It's not over. I'll read it again. I have a surprise for you at Christmas. They plan their surprises. Well, I have mine already wrapped up. Now, I've just been writing over a word to do with the Mandela effect, and the Lord brought me to Rocky Horror Show. So I'm going to attach a video to this, a video of the song Time Warp. I want you to look for signs, and I want you to pray over it. Because if you want to escape time, because that's what we're confined in, right? If you want to escape time, you need to follow this channel, because the Lord showed me the beautiful room. He showed me that Loki was trying to put a halt to it. Now, the beautiful room is the only place you can hide. It is. To celebrate the fall of Babylon, to have that courage. Perfect love casts out all fear. It's the beautiful room. He wouldn't have warned me if it wasn't possible for him to stop you from getting there. But the Lord wouldn't have warned me about Loki, and he has stopped me from doing the beautiful room. But time is on my side. And I have the harvest, and so do you who have given the sacrifice. So that's why I talk to you about New Year's Eve and Christmas Day, because Glory has had 2 litters. Her 3rd litter was this year, supposed to be in the middle of the year, but for some reason, and the Lord knows why, it was basically, I believe, consumed. She consumed her puppies and didn't have them. Now she's been mated again at Brian's. We're going to, he said, give her a scan to see if she's pregnant. She's due on the 14th of December. Will she be pregnant or will she not? Or has she just had her 2 litters? Because he will fix her after that. Glory does not belong to me anymore. Tribute does not belong to me. But Yellow does. He's the harvest. We're moving right along into 2021. Remember the Muppets, Kermit the Lizard and the Bear, Obama, Fozzie. Moving right along, 2021. Yeah. So what do we have left? We have the harvest. We still have the fire. And we have the little Antichrist Barker. Yeah. And his first name was Chocolate. It's exciting. It's very exciting.